What's up, guys, and welcome to the Olsen Angle. Today we're going to be talking about Nate Anderson, an offensive lineman out of Texas who's currently committed to be part of the Oklahoma Sooners 2020 recruiting class. When I watched this film, I was immediately impressed. His quickness and athleticism really stood out. And I understand he might be a little bit lean right now for an offensive lineman. He's 6'5", only 265 pounds, but I can promise you, he is going to benefit from a year in a Power 5 strength and nutrition program. And after learning that Nate had only played offensive line for one season, I knew I had to do a recruit analysis video on him, because there are so many different nuances an offensive lineman has to pick up on if he wants to be efficient and effective at the next level. And Nate is very interesting, and the reason being, he's listed to play offensive guard almost on every single national recruiting site when he gets to college. And I understand why they think that. He's a great run blocker, and on his pulls he does a great job, whether he's kicking at the defensive end, or he's getting up to the Mike linebacker, or an outside linebacker. He usually connects, and he absolutely makes holes, monstrous holes. So I can understand why they'd think a guy who is a great run blocker would fit extremely well on the interior, and he's extremely athletic. But to play devil's advocate, I don't know how you can keep an offensive lineman like Nate, who is extremely athletic, on the interior of the offensive line. I understand his pass blocking right now isn't perfect, and I'm going to tell you one thing. No offensive lineman in high school has pass pro that is perfect, right? The kick slide takes a long time to develop. But Nate has the athleticism, and you cannot teach the athleticism in the quick feet. Teaching him how to perfect his kick slide and the power step, that's easy as long as the guy's athletic. And let me tell you one thing, no matter where Oklahoma puts Nate, whether it's at guard or tackle, they have a very versatile and talented offensive lineman that's going to be a starter for years to come. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and get right into the highlights. Look at the defensive end stance. Ugh. You want to talk about a powerful block. I know the linebacker had, I guess, his eyes transfixed in the backfield, but what a powerful block. And that one right there, I hate to rewind it, guys, but you want to talk about a player single-handedly maintaining the integrity of a hole. Washes the defensive end right down, picks up the linebacker, and throws him into another defender. Unbelievable. Gets out there on the screen and delivers a huge blow to the defensive back. Excellent play. Footwork wasn't the best, but does a good job having his head up and being aware there for that cap blitz. Oh, he got caught leaning a little bit right there, but again, he's extremely athletic and has quick feet, so he's able to make up for that little mistake. He's got both hands inside that outside linebacker and finishes the block. I love it. Kind of leaned at him a little bit, but again, he has such quick feet and athleticism, it really masks the little bit of the lean that we see there instead of a punch with your head back. Wow. He pulls, finds the hole, doesn't get caught in any traffic, and knocks the guy he's supposed to be blocking 10, 15 yards back. That's impressive. Look at the effort on that play. He gets downfield and makes the tackle. I love that effort. The guard really didn't give him much to work with, so he did his best job trying to keep his shoulder square, push that guy they were doubling over, and gets to that backer and still makes the block. I love it. I love it. Ooh. You better have your head up and be playing 100% anytime Nate's out there on the field, because he just has such a powerful punch and he plays with a mean and nasty streak. You love that in an offensive lineman. Washes the guy right down. Again, another great job washing down that defensive lineman. Excellent. He took that kid for a ride. He knocked him 5-6 yards downfield and then hit the defensive back as well. Oh, that was beautiful. Great job on that double team. he's able to keep square and get off and get to his linebacker. He just blocked 3 guys on one play. You don't see highlights like that. Nate just blocked 3 different defenders on one play. A little defensive highlight here. Okay, I like the effort and I like how he shucked the guy off him. And an interesting fact, actually, Nate played defensive end there his sophomore season. I loved that play. Not only did he show his quickness, but he also had extremely sound footwork there on that reach block at the defensive end. Good job staying low and having the hands inside. He just moved that guy right out of the play. He did a good job cutting off that guy backside, and I love the effort. How many times do you see in a game where the offense is one block away from springing a touchdown, right? Whether it's the backside defensive end or backside D tackle or even, an outside linebacker who's just able to make that touchdown saving tackle because somebody misses their assignment or doesn't exert enough energy on the backside. I love the fact that Nate is always playing with a constant motor. That was a good job. And you see it. Look at how hard he's working on that play. Right? I mean, virtually wasn't anywhere near him. But again, he's still busting his butt the entire play from whistle to whistle. The guy got upfield and he just washed him right out of the picture. That right there was a veteran play. Let me go ahead and hit pause and break that down. It might not mean a lot to some, right? But Nate right there was on the slide side protection. The center, the guard, and the tackle were working there for that defensive tackle, the defensive end, and the outside linebacker. But that outside linebacker was a little bit further off the line of scrimmage than the defensive end and the defensive tackle. So what Nate does is a real veteran move. He immediately puts his eyes out there on the outside linebacker, knowing who his assignment is. But since the guy doesn't come immediately, he has enough time to stick his hand in there for the guard to help the guard out on the pass protection. And as soon as that outside linebacker pursues, because he's about a half a second, almost a second late off the ball, he's able to get off of that and then go to his assignment. That is a good job of maximizing your time out there on the field. Let's go ahead and watch that again. Here it is. Right, the outside linebacker is a little bit further off the line of scrimmage. He sticks his hand inside, but he knows his assignment there is for that outside linebacker. So he gives even a little tiny touch there for the guard, and then he's able to disengage as soon as that outside linebacker comes and pick up his assignment. Good job on the pull. He logs that Mike linebacker, and they score the touchdown. Great athleticism. I'm going to go ahead and hit pause and analyze this real quick, guys. And this might be the reason why a lot of these national recruiting sites are penciling Nate here at offensive guard at the next level. You see how wide his stance is, and he's playing against a wide 9 as a defensive end. And the first thing he does here on this particular highlight is he drops his left foot back and he opens up his hips with his right foot. That's not optimal, especially at the next level. That really will not work at tackle. So it might be better for him to play guard regarding his stance. If he likes to have a wide stance like that and he feels comfortable, he would obviously be much more suitable to play guard at the next level. But if he doesn't mind staggering that stance a little bit more, it would allow him to have a more effective kick and power to where his pass pro would be much more effective in this particular situation. See, he brings that left foot back first, and then he opens and turns his hips with that right foot. He got the block and the job done in that particular situation, but it's not optimal there at the collegiate level to block when you're opening your hips to a defensive end, especially a wide 9 rusher like that. That is beautiful. You don't even see sometimes college players picking up twists that well. Mind you, he's only played offensive tackle and the offensive line for 1 season, and he's already mentally aware enough to pick up a twist by the defensive lineman. It really is unbelievable to think that he's only played offensive line for 1 season. Guys, after watching the highlights, I can promise you, Nate is going to be an extremely effective offensive lineman at the next level. His pass pro might need a little bit of work if he wants to stay at tackle. Every single kid needs work on his pass pro in high school. I've never seen one player who's had a perfect pass pro, a perfect kick slide, a perfect power in high school. It's just not possible because there's so many different nuances and intricacies of the game that an offensive lineman has to learn. And that really is taught your first year of college. If you redshirt, you learn those type of things immediately. And if he plays guard, I think he's extremely well suited for that also. He's a great run blocker, and he pulls extremely effectively, and he always hits his target. Alrighty guys, that about wraps it up for this video. If there's anybody that you want me to cover in a future recruit analysis video, go ahead and comment it down in the comments section below. And thank you guys so much really for watching this video. It does mean the world to me that you took the time out of your day to watch and learn a little bit about Nate Anderson. And if you enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe and follow us there on Facebook and Twitter at the Olsen Angle.